and lesbianism. So I am literally sitting next to this little stool in front of our bed because my phone was at like 0% battery. So this is the lighting that I'm gonna have to deal with because our bedroom gets no lighting except for the ceiling fan. And there is no way I will turn that ceiling fan lighting on because it is so heinous and so tragic that I'm scared that you guys will be blinded by my nasty face and just be scarred for life. So, hello. Ashley, thank you for seeing my video. So I hope everyone saw this video because if you didn't, then what are you doing with your life? I mean, well, maybe more important things to do. Oh, this is just good. I'm so good at this. Anyway, it's that time of the night. The lipstick is wearing off in the not so cute way. The hair is clumping together into one large dreadlock. Oliver is getting into something. What is he getting into? Nothing. He's getting into nothing. And yeah. No, Tyler's not here. Tyler's in the kitchen. He's hiding. No, he's eating. So tonight for dinner we made fake cheddar with nutritional yeast on it, popcorn, and a side of cheddar and crackers. We had too big of a lunch, so now we're indecisive as to cheddar in general. I am connected to the Wi-Fi. Next to the Wi-Fi box. There's no light on me. I have to move. Oh, and now? Okay, I'm just moving. Okay. Better-ish. Kind of. Oh, nope. Let's get that on there. Okay. Oh, we're just gonna play around with the lighting situation until we don't look disgusting. So I just have to stand like this to look semi-decently presentable. Okay, yeah, Tyler is watching me in the kitchen, like, instead of being here because he's a freak. Hi, Tyler. Just kidding. Am I pixelated now? Am I pixelated now? Do I look decent?
Yeah, it's getting better.
It's getting better is not a good word. I want like gorgeous perfect, but what? It's good now. Okay. Bucky's dick. I love you too, Bucky's dick. That was an Instagram name. Alright, so who watched the video and who has questions? Or we can talk about something else. It could just be like, you know, a bunch of friends hanging out in one joined living room with a little bit better of a background. 1 second. Let's do this right. There we go. Now we've got fake branches in the background. Dab, witness, I love you. A dab for you. Can't believe I did that off the record. I'd never ever dab. So off the record, nobody better have screenshotted that. So let's talk about food. I would love to talk about food because that is always on my mind. Anytime I'm not thinking about food, I'm eating food and just thinking about what I'm going to eat. Does anyone else do that? Like as soon as I have finished a meal, I'm planning my next meal. And sometimes I go to bed early because I'm so excited to get to eat breakfast in the morning. That's how much of a food addict I am. And I mean, yeah, so food choices recently have been affected by this book called How Not to Die. It's a really excellent book. It's filled with, you know, scientific journals and years of accumulated knowledge concerning food and how it can act as a medicine and as a toxin to the body. So being that I just finished it, all of my food choices are very heavily impacted by that. and they'll probably like wear off. Like I'll come back to my unhealthy senses soon. But recently, I've been all about getting like a macrobiotic meal and like mostly vegan and beans in every meal. And yeah, like I could talk about food forever, but like I feel like I'm ranting and I probably should not. What's my favorite food? Okay, well, we'll just stay on this topic of food. I really wish I looked better. Well, you're gonna have to love me as I am. My favorite food, I have to, in a general category, is Mediterranean, because I'm Bulgarian, and that's, if you don't know where that is, it's just above Greece, so it's very, like, Mediterranean based, and there's a lot of like Turkish and Middle Eastern influences because it's also touching Turkey, so it's a lot of like Eastern influence, Middle Eastern. And so now to the specifics. I love stuffed grape leaves, veggie, not with the meat, stuffed grape leaves, my favorite. And I also, this is an embarrassing story. Are you ready for this? It's not really an embarrassing story. It's an embarrassing food choice to many Americans. Like, all, like, my big fat Greek wedding style. Like, oh my God. And it's okay. Like, I realize it does sound gross. But my actual favorite food that I always love to have as a side, it's actually a side, is this cold soup called tırtor. And it's literally cucumber, yogurt, water to make it a little, like, soup-like, garlic. You could add dill and walnuts, optional, salt, and the secret ingredient, just a splash of grapeseed oil to keep it fresh. So, I'm sorry if that grosses you out, but it's my favorite. Wait, somebody said... Oh yeah, I'm so lucky to have Tyler. I am. Philkis, I am very lucky. He is very... Honestly, I'm not even just saying that. Like, I know that's, like, really embarrassing to say. Like, I love my boyfriend. But, like, he really is that great, guys. And that's all I will say about that before everyone just, like, vomits into a toilet bowl. Or any kind of bowl. Or not a bowl at all, just vomits. You like adding dill to it, too? Oh, my God. Elizabeth. Sorry, I'm not pronouncing it right because the comments are changing. Okay. So that was a lovely rant about food. If you're curious about what favorite pasta, oh my God, more food. I love this. This community of people is the best. All we have to do is just talk about food. And why am I not eating food right now? Okay, my favorite kind of pasta, I will say, is just a really simple, just like a shrimp scampi. I don't eat, I'm a pescatarian, so I don't eat meat, but I eat fish, and it's kind of this battle and quandary that I'm having about it recently, so one day I will give up fish, I think. We'll see where I'm at with that. Would you guys like to see cook for us? Oh my God, I would love to. That's like literally all I love to do for people in my life. Like, if you're a friend of mine, I better have cooked for you, because that is probably the only way I show my appreciation for our friendship. So all one friend of mine knows what I'm talking about. Just kidding. Wait. Gosh, now I'm gonna read these comments. I'm fasting, so I can basically only have fruits and veggies. No, don't fast. I am Brooklyn's. Okay, unless you're fasting for a specific reason, I'm all for it. But I'm just gonna be blunt and honest here. If you're fasting for, like, weight loss purposes, I'm on the fence about that. I think it's not good to deprive your body of anything. And I live in Los Angeles, where everyone's going on a juice cleanse or just on a fasting kind of thing where they only eat like cayenne pepper and molasses. So drink cayenne pepper, lemon, and molasses or something. I've heard that often. And I'm just gonna say this: you got to show love to your body, and that comes from just eating. Like, don't deprive yourself. But honestly, I also can't say, I can't really insist on things because I'm not you. So, but that's where I stand on it. Whew. So, okay, one thing, just because this is adorable, this little battle right here between, we don't call him Santa, we call him Old Man in a Jumper. He's just completely destroying him, and I just have to be casual about this and ignore this cuteness. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. I can never be as fabulous as my dog or as good as my dog, and I'm completely okay with that because I'm completely inferior to him. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Okay, now I'm gonna start reading these comments. They for some reason froze. Okay. Oh, she's doing it for a religious reason. Totally get that. I totally get that. And okay, so are you excited for Penny Sucker? I am very excited for Penny Sucker. Talk about Penny Sucker. Okay, so Penny Sucker was actually a really magical experience because we shot it in 2 days in the desert. I've never been in that kind of climate before. I've never been in a desert anything, so I was kind of terrified because I personally favor deciduous forests. I'm like a big forest girl. I love mountains. I love me some ferns and large trees. I was not excited to be in the sun without any opportunity for shade, but I was mistaken because the desert was magnificent. I've never seen that many stars in my entire life. You could see Orion's belt. It was just magical. We were literally looking up at the sky at night for probably 72 minutes, if I have to be specific, oh my god, louder than the next. And it flew away, and the whole attacks from me, then it was much stronger than me, and I admitted defeat, and I just cowered in my bed, and I slept with a turtleneck over my head, which brings me back to the air conditioning point. None of us realized that there was air conditioning that we could turn on. So in the morning, James and Mark, who was also in Penny Sucker and Brilliant King Cobra, he goes by King Cobra. King Orba. Sorry, not King Cobra. King Orba. He goes by King Orba. And he was like, I woke up in the middle of the night. It was just so hot. Why didn't we turn the air conditioning on? And everyone just looked at each other and we were like, oh, what? And it was kind of we were dying of heat in the middle of the night bonding experience. As I was covered in a turtleneck and had a mysterious, unidentified flying object flying around the room in the middle of the night. And not only did I witness that in the desert, but so the desert is filled with little mini quail. They're adorable little creatures. I love quail. They're just like these pigeons with they have these little things right here. And things, this makes sense. This makes a lot of sense. But quail, Google image it, they're so cute, and what they do is they just make these little sounds, and they go from one little shady tree to the other. They're like, and then they run and past the sun, and they're like, and until they hit another little shady part, and then the other one starts a trail, and then they follow it through the sun, just leapfrog with shade, and they're just so needless to say, I fell in love with the quail there, and at night I heard a quail being slaughtered, absolutely slaughtered by these coyote, one coyote. It was I heard a coyote, and all of a sudden I heard a little quail I can only imagine that's what its face looked like, and it was terrifying. But the desert's great because it had a lot of great nature, and National Geographic was in my backyard, and you gotta appreciate the cycle of life, I guess, and the stars, and filming Penny Sucker was magical, and that group of people was so great. They were all so much cooler than I am or ever will be. Okay, so now I'm gonna read this. Maya Karkor, why are you sad? Don't be sad. I just... Oh, is it the quail? Okay, it's okay. If you're sad about the quail, I totally get it. I am so sad. Do I use cruelty-free makeup? Yes. Yes, I do. And I have purchased... I will admit I have purchased makeup that was tested on animals. And I stopped, forever ago, but I still have some of that makeup from forever ago. I feel bad throwing it out because it's like I bought it, and now if I don't use it, it's like, oh man, all this cruelty was for nothing. I don't know, but I do buy cruelty-free makeup, and I used to buy paraben-free makeup, and then I read this article, and they kind of convinced me that parabens aren't technically that bad. It's kind of like a struggle that I, in my understanding, I still need to catch up on parabens because it depends on what they're in, facial products, as opposed to deodorant. I know if you're using deodorant, you absolutely should not have parabens in it. How do you check if it was tested on animals? Great question. Watch me disappearing. Great question. So every makeup product that I ever buy, I go onto Paula's Choice. It's like a Beautypedia, and it's literally an encyclopedia, Beautypedia, of almost every single skincare product and makeup product, and it reviews it, and it tells you if it was used on animals, and it gives you a community rating, a community rating, and then an expert rating where they're the people that work for the company try the products out and look into their specific ingredients, and they tell you if there's any irritants in them. So Beautypedia through Paula's Choice, I literally, let's say I'm at MAC and I'm like, oh, MAC foundation. I'll do MAC foundation with a specific, and then I'll type in Paula's Choice onto Google, and then it'll usually be the first thing that pops up, just so it's easier to navigate. And it gives you a comprehensive, just little essay of that product and what works about it, what doesn't, why it's right for your skincare, why it's not for some people, and if you're using your money wisely. So yeah. What's my favorite place to go? In Los Angeles? Probably Verve Coffee. What's your favorite non-cruelty makeup brand? Oh, I have so many, but I really like Josie Moran. I think her products are really great, and I really like Tarte. My makeup products are also scattered because I use Beautypedia, so there's not one brand. I kind of just select by product. Eco Tools, yes, I love Eco Tools. Jenna K.O. Why is Tyler so obsessed with Hanes? I don't know. That's a good question. But say good night, Alex. You're awesome. From Teen Wolf Loves You. I love you. Okay, I got it. Okay, so favorite book. Now that's too hard. I have so many favorite books. Oh my gosh. I'm going to give you a favorite author instead. Toni Morrison. Anything by Toni Morrison. Beloved is Beloved is probably my favorite book. Chicago, LA. I got to give it to Chicago. It's just, my soul is there. So, and although LA is wonderful and I love the weather and it's magic and everyone's beautiful and glamorous and it's just like, I do look like this. Not me, they do. Okay, so maybe I should end this because I've been ranting for so long and I need to get into that nutritional yeast cheddar popcorn as well as the cheddar cheese plate. Unless Tyler ate it all. I'll tell you my favorite show other than Eyewitness. I Am Brooklyn's You're Getting Me. Veep. I love Veep so much. I love it. It just all around meets everything that I love. I also really enjoy Fleabag, which is on Amazon. It's kind of awesome, but I'm just getting into it. Okay, so I will say hi to you, Heart Aishea. Hi. Okay, I love you. Oh, somebody said they're drunk. Okay, you better walk safe to wherever you're going. Don't talk to strangers, and I'm gonna end this in a really cool way. No, this is it. Okay, I love you.